David, where are you right now? Can you please just get back here right now? This is an emergency, okay? I need you to come home immediately. This is an emergency. Get back to me as soon as you can. I'm serious, like code red serious over here.
Whoa, Sandra. What's going on? Is everything okay?
No! My water just broke and my contractions are starting. I'm about to have the baby. You did just say you were going to the store and you'd be right back, right? Well, I need you back here right now.
Oh, shoot. That's not gonna work. I can't come back right now.
What do you mean you can't come back? What's the matter?
Well, why are you lying to me about your contractions, huh? I know that you aren't supposed to be having that baby for at least another 10 days, isn't that right?
That was just the expected delivery date, but you know that it's normal to be off by a few days. Surely you've heard of babies being born just before or after their expected dates, right?
Wait a second. Are you telling me that you found out?
What are you talking about? Found out about what? Can you please just get yourself in the car back here as soon as possible?
Oh, shoot. Well, if you know, then I guess there's really no point in pretending anymore.
What are you even talking about? I don't even know what it is that I found out about.
Well, okay. The truth is that I'm on vacation with my ex-wife right now.
Excuse me? You're doing what right now? Is that supposed to be some kind of a sick joke or something? Because I don't find it funny at all.
Well, I guess to be more accurate, I should say that I'm meeting my wife for a vacation since we're meeting up there. But that doesn't really matter. What does matter is that we're going on a romantic trip together.
And when you say your ex...
That's right. Anyways, I've already gone through security at the airport, so there's no turning back for me now. So don't bother trying to come up with any other lies to try and trick me into coming back. After all, that's what you were doing just now, wasn't it?
Of course that wasn't what I was doing. I really am going into labor, David. You can't actually think I'm lying, right? This is really happening. You and I are about to be parents.
Sure thing. Whatever you say. Well, I guess I'll see you in a week. And when I do get back, you and I are gonna have a long talk about how it might be time for a divorce. Speaking of, I've left some signed divorce papers in the safe in my office. Feel free to fill them out and then send them off. It will save me the trouble. Hey, you little punk. Just what the hell are you thinking, huh? Your wife is about to give birth any day and you just ran off on a vacation with your ex-wife? What is the matter with you? I'm ashamed to have you as a little brother. Wait, Richard, is that really you? It's been so long since you and I have talked, and this is what you have to say to me after all this time? Wait, that's right, it's me. And I just don't understand how you could do that to your own wife. You know that her family lives so far away from where you guys do. You were the only person she had in hundreds of miles. You need to get back here right now and be with your wife. Wait, hold on. Don't tell me the only reason that I'm hearing from my estranged big brother is because you fell for Sandra's lies. What the heck are you talking about? What lies? You mean you really haven't figured it out? That's honestly kind of surprising. I thought you have been more clever than that. After all, you do both work at the same place. I thought you would have seen the truth right away. Maybe you should calm down and think this through just a little more, yeah? And then you can apologize for coming after me when you just fell for Sandra's lies. You seriously have no idea what you're talking about. I don't see how you can even try to deflect blame when you're the one who wasn't here when your wife gave birth. Instead, I had to stand here in your place? Wait, what? What do you mean by that? I mean that nobody has been lying to you, David. You've just been lying to yourself. Wait a second. Then, you mean that Sandra really gave birth? That's right. The baby was delivered about 2 hours ago, in fact. Oh, wow. Well then, this is just another reason to get a divorce then, isn't it? And just what do you mean by that? Well, this just proves it, doesn't it? The baby was born 10 days before we were told that it was supposed to be born. That can only mean that the baby that Sandra just gave birth to isn't my child. It's someone else's. Have you lost your mind? You can actually think that, right? No, just think about it. Now that I know she's cheated on me, this means that Mary and I can get back together and Sandra can't say anything. All my problems are solved. I really can't believe that you're seriously saying all of this. You're just ridiculous, do you know that? Who knew that 10 days could make such a difference? But it's all the proof I need. I don't even know what to say if that's how you think that reality works. You're completely crazy, do you know that? What do you mean? All my problems are solved. This is perfect. You know, Sandra showed me the text that she sent you the day she went into labor. You're either really stupid or just cruel. And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? Anyway, I'm kinda busy right now, so I've got to go. See you. Hey, David, where are you going? We're not done here. Hey, Sandra, are you there? Is now a good time? I just wanted to check on you and make sure that you're doing alright.
Oh, hey there, Richard. Thanks for asking after me. I think I'm fine, though. No serious scars or anything like that.
That's really good to hear. Do you mind if I text you for a little bit then?
Not at all. I'd be happy to talk. Although I'm guessing that you came here to talk to me about David.
I'm afraid that you're spot on. That's exactly who and what I've come to talk to you about. I'm sorry that we are having to have these conversations so soon after you've given birth. I can't imagine what you must be going through.
So I take it that means he really did go away on a vacation with his ex-wife?
It seemed that way. Yes. I guess for some reason he wants to try and get back together with Mary.
Did he ever say why he wanted to get back with her so badly?
You have met Mary before, haven't you?
Didn't you know? Her and I used to be close friends when we were younger. We hung out a lot back then. And David would always come over to us and flirt with Mary. That's how they ended up getting married.
I can't believe that he would do that and turn around and marry you. It almost seems cruel.
I know it seems that way, but I was so lonely back then. And when David broke up with Mary, part of me thought it was because he was always secretly liking me.
It sounds that there were a lot of complicated emotions going on between the three of you back then. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
It's not a problem. I just thought I would give you the full story, or at least as much as I know.
Right, well, I do still have Mary's contact information on my phone. Of course, we never really interacted with each other outside of occasional New Year's card or something. That's actually the way that I found out she had remarried.
Oh, really? You mean that after her and David divorced, that Mary found someone else to marry?
That's right. They didn't even have a ceremony, though. They just decided it was easier to do the civil service and nothing else. And the guy she married, well, she sure knows how to pick them.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, sorry. I would explain, but I actually have to get back to work right now. Thanks for talking to me about this.
Yeah, of course. I'm sorry to have taken up your lunch break telling you all those sad details.
No, it isn't a problem. Thanks again for sharing that with me. Alright then, I'm going back to work, but I'll come and visit you in the hospital soon. Then I can tell you about Mary's new husband.
Sounds good. See you then.
Sandra, are you there? Please pick up the phone right now. It's an emergency. I just wanted you to know that I love you so much and there isn't another woman in the world that I would rather be with. I mean, you didn't really think that I was going to get back together with Mary, did you? You know that you've always been the only woman for me. I would never actually seriously think about leaving you. And Mary is overrated anyways. I'm so happy that I get to come home to you. You have to know that, right? So please, let's not talk any more about divorce or any kind of nasty business like that, okay? I mean, it's not that anyone said anything about divorce, right? You know that I was just messing around when I said that. I didn't really mean it at all. But I know you know me well enough to know that, right? Hello? Are you getting these? Can you at least get back to me so that I know you're seeing them? Sandra, are you there? This is an emergency.
Oh, hey there, Richard. What's up? Is everything okay?
No, there's a lot going on. I had to leave work early and I'm in an Uber right now.
Hold on a second. I don't understand. What's going on?
Well, you remember how you told me about how my brother told you that he left signed divorce papers in the safe in his office before leaving for his trip?
Yeah, I do remember sending you that text and me telling you about it as well.
Well, I'm really sorry. But do you think that you could tell me the passcode to the safe so that I can get in?
Oh no, the safe is just all show. It doesn't even have a key to get in. You can just open it right up.
Okay, then. I just want to make sure it's okay with you that I use the key to your house that you gave me so that I could go and get those papers for you. Is that alright?
Yeah, I guess that's fine, but what exactly are you going to do with them?
I'm going to bring them to you so that you can leave David.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
That's right. I actually got a text from Mary. You aren't gonna believe this, but she told me that David had been stalking her and that her husband and another person in the office got a hold of him.
Wait, what? He was stalking her this whole time?
I knew there was nowhere that they would get back together.
What in the world is going on here? I don't understand.
I know this is a lot to take in at once, but I saw on Instagram that Mary was posting stories about being on vacation with her husband.
But I thought that she was there, David.
No. He bought a plane ticket to go all the way and see her, hoping to try and steal her away or swoon her or something.
I don't know what to say. Are you sure about all this? Because that's just crazy. Well, if this is all true, then I guess there's no point in keeping up this sham of a marriage anymore.
Great. I know it isn't going to be easy, but you aren't alone. I'll be by with the papers as soon as I can. I'll fill you in on all the details when I get there, okay? Just don't say a word to David, no matter what he says. Sandra, are you there? Why aren't you getting back to me? Haven't you read my messages? Please, you're my wife. You have to get back to me. Don't you know how much I love you and miss you? I'm so sorry that I ended up going on a vacation with Mary, but that was just a coincidence. We weren't even actually going there together.
David, I just want you to know that you and I are divorced.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
I mean that I took out the divorce papers that you keep in your study, signed them, and sent them away to be filed. So as of now, you and I are officially no longer married.
Whoa. Hold on there. You just had a baby. You're still in a... What are you thinking doing this right now?
I don't see what the problem is. You had already signed those papers. All I had to do was add my name and the dates, and that was that.
But you can't just get a divorce while I'm not there. That isn't fair. It's outrageous.
If you didn't want this to happen, then you shouldn't have left those papers lying around the house and always threatening me with them. Anyways, this is all your fault. You left me no choice after all the disturbances you've been causing.
You mean that... You know? How did you find out?
That's right. I found out all about what you've been up to, and I just want to say that I want nothing to do with it at all.
Wait. Hold on. This can't be happening. I refuse to believe this is happening.
Well, it is, so you better start getting used to it, David.
Richard, are you there? Why would you do this to me? Why would you tell Sandra about what happened? And why didn't you tell me that Mary was married? I had no idea. Especially not that she was married to someone in the mob. If I had known that, I would have never even tried getting back together with her. And there you go again, making excuses for yourself, and trying to avoid taking responsibility for your actions. Maybe you shouldn't have even been trying to get back together with your ex-wife in the first place. I don't know. I was being stupid, but I didn't want things to end like this. It isn't fair. What do you think about that? And so what's going to happen now that you've gotten in trouble with the mobster's wife? I don't know. I think Mary gave you my number though, because I've been getting some really scary text messages. Well, it sounds to me like you're only getting what's coming to you. I think having someone shake you around a little might do you some good, to be honest. You can't really mean that, right? You don't actually want me to go through that, do you? Well, if you're actually worried about anything happening, you can always go tell the cops that you're scared. But you'll have to admit to them exactly what it is that you did to get this guy after you in the first place. But then, what if they don't take my side? What if they're just gonna turn around and ignore me while I get beaten up? Please. You're really not gonna help your brother at all? Brother? I do not have a brother. You and I are not family anymore. Do you understand me?
A few days later, David and I's divorce was settled. He was forced to pay a huge sum in alimony for the stalking of his ex-wife, as well as child support for our baby, who he never even got to meet. As for David, he was pulled into a dark alley one night and did get beat up by Mary's husband and his goons. By the time help arrived for him, they had already disappeared and left David all alone. But after that, David got a text from Mary's husband telling him that they were even. Richard told me he still thinks that David got off too easily. I'm just happy to have him out of my life. As for me, after the divorce, I told my parents all about what happened and how I had just given birth. They flew out to see me and helped me pack up all my things. I went to go and live with them for a little while as I got back on my feet and got used to being a mother. Of course, it helped greatly to have my parents' help in taking care of my newborn. Although I don't talk to David at all, Richard and I still keep in touch and ask after each other often. In fact, he's even come to my parents' house to visit my baby and me.